of truth. That's a very interesting subject that has been given to me to talk to you people. Because I've been always worried about the IAS, IPS, and other government servants. Very much worried. Because I have known the kind of life my husband was leading. And I used to think if these new people who have come to these services, to the government service, we have to tell them the dangers that are ahead of them. Because we don't know what is the subtle system within us which works. And in this subtle system, when we lead this kind of a very speedy, intensive life, it has a defect. It has a defect. You can see in the chart, they have shown the subtle system, which works it out. So we have a center here on the crossing of the optic nerve. This center is very important because we react with this. We react to everything. By this reaction, we create a problem within ourselves. And this reaction comes to us because we do not know how to go beyond the mind. Every time we are looking at something, we react. We look at someone, we react. But we cannot just watch. We cannot be just the witness. If we could be the witness, it will not have any effect on us. But we cannot be. That's the trouble when this center is very active. We call it as Agya Chakra. Where the two optic nerves meet. At the crossing point, this center is placed. Even Jung has said that you have to go beyond your thoughts and that you have to become thoughtlessly aware. Even in our Shastras is written that you have to have Nirvichar Samadhi, means without thought, and the another is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Now, even Einstein has said that you have to go beyond the mind to reach the torsion area, he calls. When he was searching for his theory of relativity, he found it was difficult. He couldn't find it. He got very tired. He went into his garden and was playing with soap bubbles like a child. Then he says, suddenly from somewhere else, it dawned upon me this theory of relativity. He calls it openly as a torsion area. And this torsion area we have to touch instead of ourselves thinking all the time and reacting. Because as a result of that, what happens, we should say. What happens is that our movement on the autonomous nervous system goes to the right side. The right side is very good, otherwise, a person looks very impressive. He can oppress other, he can be aggressive, he can be very systematic. All these things can be there. But it has a reaction. The reaction is horrible because this right side affects our liver to begin with. Now the liver is called liver because we live because of liver only. That's why it's called liver. This liver gets affected and there is no actually treatment, we should say, in the medical science for liver. They can replace it with a pig's liver or some liver like that. But otherwise, there is no way out. But we are the ones, we are spoiling this liver ourselves by creating tremendous heat in the liver. This special liver has got a capacity to absorb heat and release it into the bloodstream. And then you see it gets relieved of it. But when it is too much, when the liver is too much full of heat, then it cannot give up that heat. Then heat start traveling upward. It can go to the right lung. It can go to the heart. Now imagine right lung means asthma. Simple thing is asthma. Then it goes to the heart when there's a young boy, say of 21 years or so, up to that age, he starts playing cricket, tennis, and drinks a lot. Then he gets a massive heart attack. It's fatal, he cannot live. Then it affects, as I told you, other organs also. This heat goes to the pancreas, causing diabetes of a very serious nature, not of a mild nature, but a very serious nature. Then this heat passes down to the spleen. In the spleen, it gives you blood cancer. This is all possible for all right sided people, I'm telling you. That's why I was worried that people who are, according to me, are the spine of our country. They are the spine of our country. They should not get out of life because of too much of strain and stress on their mind. Now, then it goes to the kidneys. It coagulates the kidneys, and you get kidney trouble, you cannot pass urine, and you have all the troubles there. Apart from that, it goes to the lower intestines, and you get terrible constipations and all the problems of the constipation. Then also to the heart. At a later age, it comes. It goes on affecting, ultimately, your heart fails. Very early in age, I know of recently 2 people died of heart trouble who were at a very good position. This is very much worrying me that how to bring them to close to themselves, to know themselves what the problem is and how to solve that problem. With this, we understand that we react. By reaction, we create such a heat within us. Apart from this, the other psychosomatic diseases, this is the, I'm telling about somatic, but the psycho disease which comes from your psychological problems come from the left side. Of course, I'll not deal with that now. But somehow, if you can move from right to the left, you are sure to get some psychosomatic trouble which cannot be cured by medical science, like cancer, AIDS, all kinds of these. So you are just preparing your body for that. In these modern times, the life is so full of struggle, speed. Now we were coming and there was a jam. Now you can't help it. I was very silently watching now. This is the jam. I have to reach late, doesn't matter. My husband normally would have been really in great trouble. He would have looked at the watch all the time, would have been, wow, where are we? What are we doing? This and that. But he was so silently watching the whole thing, I was amazed. Because normally he would be jittery that we are getting so late for a function like. Now, you see, once you get rid of this problem, is the easiest thing to live. The other day, I met one gentleman who was transferred. He said, always, whenever he's an IAS officer, Whenever I'm transferred, mother, I used to be so jittery, such tension, such stress on my mind, Baba. What will happen? Where will the children go? What will happen to the house? This, that, all problems would come to me. But what has happened to me and my wife, we don't feel anything now. We don't feel. We are not worried. We sleep very well. I said, that's what has to happen. All these things should not affect. That's only possible when you can go beyond this mind, which we think mind is not such a good word, I should say, because it's not mental. It is, if it is only mind means the one which thinks. And that for them, mental hospital is also mad people. I don't know how English language moves. It's difficult, you know. English language is very difficult to explain Sahajog because in the English language, you'll be amazed that they call spirit. Spirit is the Atma, right? Spirit is the dead body moving about, according to them. And thirdly, it means also alcohol. Now, which one is closer to which one, I don't know. But this is why I'm saying that English language is a difficulty. That English language is a difficulty. Marathi is the best because lot of work has been done among Maharashtrians on Kundali. Nath Panthis were there. They have done a lot of work. But the tradition was that one person would give realization to only one person. If I have done anything you think worth mentioning, it is that I tried to find out a way of giving collective realization, collective happiness. That's what was my humble contribution, and by which I find thousands of people have got their realization. Now, what is the realization? It is that you should see at the base of the spinal cord is a triangular bone called as sacrum. It is called sacrum because it's a sacred bone, and the Greeks knew about it, that it's a sacred bone. And according to our Shastras and also many other prophecies, there resides a power within us, our own power, your own power, called as Kundalini. It's called Kundalini because it is in 3.5 coils. Coils are called Kundal. That's why it is the Kundalini. Now, this power is your own. It's in every human being. And if it is awakened, it passes through 6 centers, piercing through the top of the head, which we call as the Brahmarandre in the Sanskrit language, and the fontanelle area in the English language. It passes through that soft bone which was there in the childhood, and you just start feeling the cool breeze coming out of your head and the cool breeze coming onto your fingertips. It happens. It's an experience and for which you cannot pay. You cannot. I may go on telling you lots of stories, this, that. That won't work. It has to happen. The Kundalini has to rise and has to pierce through fontanelle area. Otherwise, it's no use. It's just words, some sermon or something. So, this happening is very easy in this Kali Yuga. It's really remarkable because maybe because of Kali Yuga, people are fed up of the things going on and all kinds of things working out. Now, what does it do? It passes through 6 centers. 6 centers, these are meant for our physical, mental, and emotional being, and also for our spiritual being. So, when it passes through these 6 centers, it nourishes those centers, it integrates all these centers, and ultimately it passes through this and enters into the all pervading power of divine love. It's called as Paramachaitan. You may call it as all pervading power of divine love or anything, but names make no difference. There is a very subtle power around us which looks after us, which guides us, which helps us, which is the torsion area. Now, by doing that, what happens? That you become knowledgeable of the absolute truth. Absolute. Whatever you know is absolute, is nothing to doubt, nothing can be challenged. For example, it starts flowing through your fingertips. Starts flowing through your fingertips, and you can feel it on your fingertips, your centers. Now, these are 5, 6, and 7 centers. 5, 6, and 7 centers. I'm not going to tell you all the details now, but when you start feeling these cool sensation, Adi Shankaracharya has called it as Spand, then you feel the truth, the real truth. For example, supposing in your office you get somebody who is a cheat, very well dressed, speaks English very well, very well behaved. How will you make him out? Just have to put your hands under your table and see for yourself. Immediately you'll get some sort of a burning sensation, or you might feel some sort of a call needle and pins like that. That kind of a feeling you might. Then you will also know what centers is catching on your fingertips. This is the absolute knowledge about everything. It's not question of only knowing who is a bad or a good person, but also of diseases. Supposing you have some disease, you will feel it on your fingertips. On your fingertips, you will feel it. You will know this is your disease, and if you know how to cure them, you can cure others also because you become one with the whole. It's a very collective personality you develop. Who is the other after all? We are all one. But only trouble is we are separated because of this ignorance. Once this works out, so many things drop out from us. This is the right side I am telling you about. But also the conditionings are very much working out in it. In our reaction, there are two things that work out. One is the right side, another the left side, and the left side is this ignorance. Once this works out, so many things drop out from us. This is the right side I am telling you about, but also the conditionings are very much working out in it. In our reaction, there are two things that work out. One is the right side, another the left side, and the left side is all the conditioning as you see there. These conditionings come to us through our childhood, through our family, through our country, through our reading, this, that, all kinds of things they come. But also, family upbringing is very important because according to our Shastras, there are six enemies. We have got six. Now, these six enemies are what? So, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Lobha, Moha. Kama is what you can call sexual urge. Krodha is anger. Krishna has denounced anger. But all right sided people are hot tempered. They don't want to be, but they are. And when they lose their temper, then they feel bad also. Not that they want to lose it, but they just lose it. Now, this one drops out. The temper goes out completely because you develop that witness state, Sakshi Swarupada. With that witness state, you just see everything. You don't lose temper. You just see it. That is one thing drops out very well. Mother is false pride. That we have. I know IAS officers and their wives. They have that false pride. Not everyone, but some of them do they have. I have very funny experiences of that. Like once we went to Delhi to Hatriji and they had given us a house in Minabad. And I met another friend of mine from Lucknow who had married an IAS officer, a very proud girl. And she asked me, "Where are you living? How are you?" I said, "My husband is a government servant, so he's transferred here. But where are you living?" I said, "Minabag." "Oh my God, Minabag, what is your husband doing? Is he a clerk? What is he doing?" I said, "He's doing something." And I was just looking at her the way she was on me. Or my husband might be your husband's boss, so this and that. I said, "Maybe I don't know anything about these things. I'm sorry, I don't know your list of people, anything. I'm not interested." And then my husband came. So she said, "See that tall man? It's very important. He's with the prime minister. You go and talk to him and get your husband promoted." I said, "What is she up to?" I said, "Darling, he's my husband." Hey, he's your husband? Yes. "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I said, "It's all right. Common experience. The women also become IAS, you see. Not actually, but as wives. And I've been such a lost person with them because I could never understand what is there to be IAS and to be his wife. It was beyond me. But one thing, what really helped me in all this turmoil of life, because our pay is less, this, that, all problems were there, was the patriotism, Rashtra. My father was a great patriot. My mother was. They sacrificed everything for the independence of this country. I cannot travel by any foreign airlines, whatever may be. Maybe Air India is not good, doesn't matter. It's my country's thing. So the feeling that this is my country kept me going like a, you see, you become like a Kargil soldier. You are fighting for your country. You are uh, working for your country. My husband got into Indian Foreign Service. I told him nothing doing. We don't drink, both of us, and I can't leave my country in the lurch at the time when we have got the freedom. So if you want, you can go. I will not. I don't want to go to Foreign Service. They cut his pay. That time, 300 was a big amount. I said, "Doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I'll stay in my country. I'll work in my country. And you work here. I'll support you every way. I don't want anything, nothing I want. And you don't take a bribe at all. Otherwise, that day I'll leave this." Otherwise, also, I said that the another thing is our country has to develop. Who will develop? I always felt that you are the spinal cord of our country. You have to develop this country. What is this money comes and goes? You have seen the people who have got money, where their children have gone. What has happened to them? What have they achieved? So I told very frankly that I will not go to the foreign service of any kind. Because what is in the foreign service? I want to do everything in this country of mine for which I have also fought. I have fought a lot. And this is what now sometimes, it's disappointing to see what things are happening. But a day will come, this country will rise. How? Because when this happens, when this Kundalini rising takes place, when people become realized souls, they just transform. They become extremely patriotic. They understand what is needed today for our country. They can sacrifice anything, they can live anywhere, and they are not bothered about some sort of a, you can call it a financial help or other material things. They are above materialism. There are thousands and thousands like that, even in our country. Thousands. And also abroad. Now, Sajoga is working in 86 countries. They are all full of joy. Because with this happening, you get joy of a quality which has no double thing. It's not happiness and happiness. It's just joy. And you have another thing also with it is the peace of mind. Just you are so peaceful, absolutely peaceful. You don't have to uh, worry about things. Don't have to become jittery. Because see the diseases you develop. Apart from that, all kinds of paralysis comes from this. We had a doctor in our hospital there who was working very hard. I told him that doctor, see now your age has come, you should take it easy. Daytime you must rest. There's no need, you are not in an office and just rest, take rest, do something else. Read or you can go and play, do something. He wouldn't listen to me. And then he got paraplegia, means that failure of the hand and the leg. Completely. He couldn't even walk. He couldn't lift his leg. Now he's all right, cured. But then I told him that you take treatment for your right side. That's very important. It's very simple treatment and which can be done very easily. For example, you can have an ice bag on the liver. You can have ice bag here because this is the portion. This moves like this. So the portion, this one gets heated up. So you put ice here, you put ice. This icing business will really help you a lot. But also there are some other very simple homely treatments which you can take. But I would request all of you to come to our center somewhere in Bharatiya, uh, वहाँ है ना भारतीय उसमें है कि नहीं Where is she? Huh? When do you have? So you all can come there. It's, if you live in this area, in every area we have got centers. So you all can come into that center humbly. There is, see, in Sahaja Yoga, there's nothing like any position or anything. We have to humble down. This false pride is of no use. We humble down. When we humble down, it's very easy to achieve it and to get this into yourself. After all, otherwise, what is it? What is life? There's no enjoyment, there's no experiencing of what you are doing. So much work you put in, I know that. I know how you people have to work hard. But to get over, to get over all the strain and stress, you must do meditation for 5 minutes, which they will tell you how to do. 5 minutes in the evening will help you. So just like as you take bath in the morning, you take bathe yourself with the showers of this Kundalini. She's your mother. She has been your mother from ages and she has recorded everything about you within itself. This is the subtle side of you. And when you want to have your realization, she's very anxious to be awakened. She's extremely anxious. And it works wonders. I'm surprised at how people get realization in no time. Only trouble with them is it's like a premium, or you can call it the ankura, which grows, but it doesn't become a tree. So little bit you have to meditate, you have to be collective and work some. In collective, you forget everything, your position, everything. I have known IAS officers who have been dancing with the villagers, singing with the villagers. So much they enjoy. They said, we knew this, but we never wanted to express it, you see. So all this drops out. All these outward bondages drop out, and you become one with the collective. You know their problems, you know how to solve them, and it's very good. I think this is what is only one has to achieve, nothing else. If you achieve this, you have achieved the last and the best. With this, then you can help others. You can give realizations to others. You can save their lives. I mean, it's all your power that is going to work. In these days of horrible struggle and all kinds of things happening, violence, very much needed is this surgery. And you will be amazed. It is something, a grace that people get it. In Turkey, we have about 2,000 people who are realized souls. Nobody lost their life, not a single thing, not their houses were even, they just little bit, I would say, shook, but never fell down. Orissa, it happens the same. It has happened in several places that people have been just saved with those who have been in the grace of the divine. We have to become that. We can't live without it. It's rather subtle. It is subtle, I know, but sometimes must understand we have to be subtle. Now, as it is so much of illness, sickness, I find, mostly I find with all the people who are working very hard is the right-sided problem, some sort of a right side. And it can be absolutely cured, absolutely be under your control, and you can cure others also. This is such a blessing we have in this horrible Kali Yuga. The worst times, they say, the worst and worst, that is the time is now. And you see the effects of that. But in that only, the lotus of Sajoga has come up. You don't have to pay for it. That's one thing you should know. Anybody asks money from you, he is not divine. Don't have to pay for it at all. When you grow and when you achieve, when you give realizations to others, then you will be surprised. You rise into a new realm of understanding, which is a doubtless awareness, which is called as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, according to Patanjali. Now, as we have learnt English, I don't think we read much of our Indian scriptures and things. But that also, those who read will go on praying to one mound of statues, this, that. I mean, just they are fanatically religious people, wasting their life like that. The another side are the Buddhivadis, what you call, are the intellectuals, you see. They are the much worse ones because they think they have read everything, they know everything. Now, what to tell them? It's a very simple thing they don't want to accept. You can't tell them, take it straight. You have to have it in the other way. So, also, to understand it, we should know we have not known ourselves. We have to know ourselves. And for knowing ourselves, Kundalini awakening is the only way as far as I know. And I hope you all will think about it and come to our centers where realization can be given. There are many centers we have got. You don't have to pay any money, nothing. But you come and relax. Relaxation is only possible after self realization, not before that. You'll be surprised your aging will stop. I have no aging problem. My husband also has no aging problem. We don't think of it. It's over. Now, whenever one has to die, one will die. But till then, we are not bothered. Anything that you do will have a special light of the divine. I bless you from my heart that you develop these subtleties within yourself and you try to understand that so far you have not known yourself. You have to know yourself. You don't have to introspect and sit down criticizing yourself, feeling guilty. No, not at all. Whatever has happened has happened. Because you'll be amazed at yourself that all your destructive habits also will drop out by themselves. Overnight in London, there were 12 boys with the addiction of drugs. They stopped overnight. Overnight. I never told them. I never tell people, don't. I never say that. But that Kundalini rises and the light of your heart, light of the spirit, that guides you. That tells you what is destructive for you. And you have power not to accept anything that is destructive. I know there are difficulties. I know there are problems, but you will never see them. If you are sitting in a boat, you are not bothered as to how deep the sea is. It's like that. You rise above all these things and you watch and you help others. Apart from that, it helps you in your work, very much in your work. You understand your work very well because of torsion area again. My husband says, how do you get this idea? I said, got it. All right, this is the idea I've got. Now, he's amazed sometimes how I manage things, how I'm doing. I have no secretariat, I have no secretary, I have not PA, nothing. And we are working in 86 countries. So it is just works out because it is this divine power which is so helpful, which is so kind. So again and again, I wish you best of luck. Please come to our centers. I hope they'll give you the addresses and all that. And you can come on Saturdays or Sundays, whenever you want to, and get your relaxation. May God bless.
Shimaji, they're requesting if you can give them self-realization.
You see, there is one thing that one feels very guilty, or I don't know, that's our temperament. You feel guilty. Oh, I've done this, I've been doing this, how will I get realization? So, first of all, you don't have to feel guilty at all. Forgive yourself and then forgive others. Just these two things, can you manage? Just to say, I forgive everyone. Now they say that very difficult, mother, to forgive. So the argument is like this: whether you forgive or don't forgive, what do you do? But when you don't forgive, then you torture yourself for the person who has harmed you. So I request you just to say, I forgive everything, mother, I forgive everyone. And forgive yourself. Not to feel guilty. Whatever has happened is finished. That's past. We are not talking of past. We are talking of present. You have to be in the present, not in the past. Of course, not in the future, as most of us are there. That's the thing gives you right side. So we have to be in the center. We have to be in the balance, and we have to be in the present. When I cannot go on giving lecture. See, I've given so many lectures after lectures after lectures. But you can also get my tapes. But first, get yourself completely blossoming with your own vibrations, with your own spun. So for doing this, as simple is I have to request you to take out your shoes if you don't mind. In England, I said take out your shoes, so half of them walked out. Very difficult. Also, tomorrow we are having a very big program on Shivaji Park. So I would request you all to come there, and I hope they'll make proper arrangements for your city. It will be nice. With all of them, you'll feel even better. So just think what you have to do is to put hands like this. Muhammad Sahib has said that when the Qiyamah will come, your hands will speak. What does that mean? Just like this. Little higher. Wow, wow, right side is too much. I think you put your left hand on your livers because it's very much right side. Right hand towards me and left hand towards the liver. Now, put both the hands towards me, right hand towards me, and just put the left hand on top of your fontanelle bone area. Yeah, high, little higher. टोपी काढून घ्या. Right hand towards me. Now the left hand towards me and the right hand on top of the head. Again, right hand towards me. And with the left hand. There's air conditioning, but don't doubt. If there is hot or cool breeze coming out of your head, here, from the talu, from the fontanelle bone area, please move your hand, raise it, and see if there's a cool or a hot. Hot will be there because of the liver, but doesn't matter, it will subside. So see for yourself, it is a cold or a hot air coming out of your head. Now, please put both the hands towards me. Now see for yourself if you have cool or hot breeze on your fingertips. Don't doubt. Please don't doubt. If it is there, it is a little bit. You get realization very fast in India because my country is a yoga boom. Very great country. Don't misunderstand it by its superficial expressions. It's a very great country. Ah, now, all those who have felt cool or hot breeze on their fingertips or on their palms or on their fontanelle bone area, through that, raise both your hands. Wow. Most of you have got. May God bless you. So very happy. Some didn't get, doesn't matter. So you should go, all of you should please, I request you again and again, attend our centers for which you are not committed. Anybody tries to come to you saying, I'm Sri Mataji's disciple, do this for me. Please don't do it. I never do that. That's not my style. So please don't listen to anyone. Never. Anybody who comes like that, send me their name. Never, never, never. Because in Sahaja Yoga, we have all kinds of people. We have some very highly developed, we have mediocres also, and we have some very low, very, very few. But they are there. And they might try to take your advantage of your position. So anybody who tries to contact you, please tell them I have nothing to do with them. All right? Thank you very much. May God thank you. Questions पूछें क्या? Govind Swarup, want to ask me questions? Huh? कह दो.
If there are any questions you like to ask,
It is experience, anubhuti. Anubhuti is the way you should know. No question? Yes, please. That's what I said. Please be seated. When this Kundalini rises, she gets rid of all these things Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Lobha, Moha. 6 things. She just gets rid of it. And you go into balance. You go into balance. All perversities go away. Just disappear. Can't get angry. Very difficult. This is what I'm saying. Right sided become the central part. This is a Jnana Marga. See? Knowledge Marga. And you just get the knowledge and you got into the center. You are no more right sided. You become so peaceful, you don't know. Because you also become Sakshi. You become a witness. You see, only if somebody is getting angry, you just start watching. Like once I was giving a lecture in Switzerland, and one lady came to hit me with the Bible. The scene was very ridiculous, you see. And I started laughing, and she couldn't understand why I was laughing. She went back.
Once the Kundalini rises and it's awakened, you have to keep practicing it or it stays awake.
It stays mostly, but can also come down. Supposing you have some disease, then it comes back to look after that organ. It does that, but you know how to raise it again and again. You know how to fix it. In the beginning, I should say mostly it stays with people, but depends on. Can't say I've seen it drops it out also, but you must give it the nourishment of love. See, if you love people, you start loving them, caring for them, then she rises even faster. And if she's falling, also you will know how to raise it. There's no problem on that. It doesn't take too much time. Within 1 month, you can be a master. क्या करें?
Say, because air conditioning,
All
it
right.
will make
Now,
difference.
you go home and close your doors, all the doors, and see for yourself if you get the cool breeze or not. If you get it, you have got it. If you don't get it, then you come again and see for yourself, I would say. But actually, it is always with the thing is a different kind of a feeling you get. It's not what you get from the air conditioning on the fingertips. See for yourself. It's not that way. But go home and see for yourself. It is there. Your eyes will be shining also.
When you open your hands, what are you supposed to say in your mind?
Nothing. You don't tell your mind anything, don't fight with anything. Just she works and shoots you off, all right? You don't have to say anything better. Nothing. These are words, and words don't help. Adi Shankaracharya has said, "Oh, mother, take me out of the Shabda Jalam, the web of words." We read so much sometimes that Kabira has written, Padi Padi, Pandita Murakha Bhai. And I have met many of them. You read now people who are Sufis, like Kabir, all right, everybody, Tukaram, Dhaneshwara, all of them. Dhaneshwara was very great, but nobody understands him. That's the trouble. He wrote it for Buddhivadis also, this Amrutanubhava book. But it doesn't go into their heads. After realization, you'll enjoy him very much. You'll enjoy all of them. Eknath, everyone. This country is full of them. For example, Namadeva, who was just a tailor, and he was such a great poet. And he went to meet in another world, Gora Kumbhar. And the Gora Kumbhar was a potter. So he was needing the mud for the pots that he wanted to make. So when Namadeva went and stood before him, what he said? Sagunacha beti alo nirgunacha beti alo sagunashi. I came to see your vibrations, nirguna, but you are completely that. Such words only a realized soul can say for us. Such words. Because otherwise we are jealous. We are this. Not the Sajog is not. They are so much together. You have now given such a big society of friends. You go to any country, they'll all run for you, jump for you, do what you like. It's such oneness, such friendship, such one family. UP, we have lots of IAS officers, IPS officers, even the chief secretary is very good. So, I mean, it's nothing to do with IAS or IPS, I think, but it has something to do because I'm worried about it. That's all. Very much worried. Could be. But the main thing, he should get the cool breeze in the hand, the spandal. Otherwise, though he's nice, kind, helpful, he's a, he's a good man. He'll get it very fast and he can do it much better. You just watch it. I tell you what, now, if you are coming by the road and you find accidents, this, that, you get worried, isn't it? But supposing you are standing on a hilltop, then you are seeing, but you are not bothered. At least in the beginning, you do get jittery, but later on, you get used to it. Or else, you are on a boat. Supposing you are in the water, you are always worried. But you are on a boat, you can see those people who are getting drowned, but you are not worried. But supposing you know swimming, you can jump back and go, bring them back. This is what Sahaja Yoga is.
The Nam Smaran, will it not help the rising of the Kundalini?
No, no, no.